What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday and Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth, and quick reminders to download and play Neo and Outlast 2. Make sure to download those, play those, come back to the end of the month for Plus Club. Let us know what we thought of those games. We'll let you know what we thought of them. And our game of the month randomly picked is Lost Planet 2, which is a 1-2 up to 4 player cooperative shoot bugs Capcom game where you get swallowed by bugs and fight shit inside them. And it's pretty cool. There's mechs. Download that, play that, or play it in the past. Maybe replay it again, or think about it, and then come back for Game of the Month at the end of the month. We're going to talk about that game as well. We have Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time, and we're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. And also, another quick reminder that you should vote for the Game of the Month for next month, which is our community pick. And those games that you can pick are Greedfall, WoW Classic WoW, Super Mario Bros, Man of Medan, Overwatch, Dovetail Games, Eurofishing, Divinity Original Sin 2, 9990, Escape the Nonary, Jurassic World Evolution, and Sea of Thieves. Pick any one of those games. You get one vote per video. All you have to do is type in GOTM and one of those games, and that is one vote. You can vote on any video in November, so make sure to get those votes in. Alright, Taste Tuesday, we got 2 bits of news to talk about, so let's jump into it. First bit of news is alleged Half Life Alyx story gameplay details revealed. Now, I'm sure you guys have already heard about this, but there's rumors coming out that there's going to be a new Half-Life game coming out. Whispers of a VR Valve game coming out. VR Half-Life game coming out. Well, apparently that's all true, and there are some details starting to come to the surface. And we're going to go through those, and apparently they are going to be revealing this later this week, I believe Thursday, but let's read on real quick to find out. So yeah, via IGN, Valve Software officially announced Half-Life Alyx, a new Half-Life VR game, and the first Half-Life title in 12 years. 12 fucking years. Valve says it will fully reveal details for the game later this week, but new details have already emerged about its possible gameplay mechanics and setting. Ars Technica, I believe that's how you say that name. I always see them and I'm like, is that Ars? I don't know what the fuck that is. Published a report with new details about Half-Life Alyx. According to their sources, Half-Life Alyx will be a prequel that takes place between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. As the title implies, Half-Life Alyx will put players literally in the shoes of Alex Vance, Gordon Freeman's partner, introduced in Half-Life 2. One of the core mechanics from Half-Life 2, the physics-based gravity gun, will make a return in Half-Life Alyx. I was like jumping the gun. I'm like, oh, the gravity gun? Is that what you're talking about? Instead of a gun, there will be a new mechanic called gravity gloves, which sources describe as something similar to magnet gloves. Like the gravity gun, the gravity gloves will allow players to attract faraway objects and interact with in-game objects that behave according to realistic physics. Valve is reportedly interested in showing off the power of the new Valve Index Knuckles controllers with Half-Life Alyx. A lot of effort has been put into making almost every in-game object interactive and behave realistically. However, Ars is reporting that attempting to put another iconic Half-Life weapon into the game, the crowbar, have been less successful. I read that weird. However, Ars is reporting that attempts to put another iconic Half-Life weapon into the game, the crowbar, have been less successful. That fucking sentence also kind of sucks. Finally, Half-Life Alyx will be the first game built in the Source 2 engine, the successor to Valve's Source engine, which powered games like Portal and Half-Life games. And Half-Life Alyx has been in development for years. It was one of the 3 unnamed VR games that Valve openly talked about since as far back as 2017. Valve will unveil Half-Life Alyx this Thursday, November 22nd at 10 a.m. So check back on IGN for more details then. Maybe I'll do that. But I will most likely be covering this when it does get announced because this is pretty big news. So this is, like I said, this is really big news. I don't know if it's what people wanted, but it is 100% a big deal. Like they said, Half-Life hasn't been around for like 12 years. It is, or was, a beloved franchise. Became a meme because, everyone knows the story. But it's it's really interesting taking this information in because it's confirmed this is a thing. We are getting a Half-Life game. That's pretty crazy. It's also crazy. It's in between 1 and 2. It has to do with characters that we care about, but it's a VR game. Now, don't get me wrong. I have VR. I have the Vive. I have PSVR. So I mean, I'm set for it. But I think it's like, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's like 1% of Steam users have VR. So this is I want to say bold, but I don't. I also think it's kind of an insult to a lot of people, honestly. And don't get me wrong. Okay, like I'm coming off maybe a little negative here, but because I'm excited for new Half-Life, I'm really curious about Source 2 engine. That's fucking crazy that we're finally getting something off of that. But I mean, like, I like Half-Life quite a bit. I like it. I'm not like the mega fan, but like there's people out there who have been waiting for a Half-Life game for so fucking long. Most people don't have VR. It's really wild to me that you'd release a Half-Life game VR only. Now there's a couple of VR games out there that will allow you to play them with the controller if you don't have VR, which I think is really smart. It takes away from the experience of what they're trying to give you, but it gives you a way to play it. That would be a smart thing for them to do with this. Otherwise, they're going to piss off a lot of people. Unless it sucks, then they're going to piss off a lot of people. I mean, like, you really can't win unless this is fucking awesome. And it's so good, everyone's going to rush to go buy VR. Which I feel like is what they want. So, as they also said, too, Valve has the Index, which is their VR headset. I don't know anything about it. I don't have it. I have the Vive. I love the Vive. So they're obviously going to want to sell that. They've been very vocal about wanting to make VR games. So apparently they have been working on it, and this is one of them. And that's all exciting. This is a good way, I guess, for them to try and push sales of a VR headset and new tech. But I feel like they probably should have done something else first to show off this tech. This is a gamble, in my opinion, to be using Half-Life as a way to push product, unless it's, like I said, that fucking good. Things they'd have to do to make this, like, they'd have to do what Half-Life 2 did. When Half-Life 2 came out, aside from Doom 3, it was one of the most revolutionary fucking games at the time. It was one of the best looking games ever made, next to Doom 3. It pushed the bar on what first-person shooters or games in general could do in storytelling, and it had physics at the time that were like unseen by most people in most games. So they'd have to do something like that with VR. Now they are talking about these gravity gloves, and some new oh god, what were they called? But essentially the for the Index, the knuckle controllers, which I would be absolutely interested in trying. Or even buying, because like I said, I'm definitely a proponent for VR and new tech. I mean, everything about this is really exciting to me. But using the brand Half-Life to do this, you have a very small demographic of people who are going to be not only willingly interested, but even can be interested in it. Everybody else is going to have to sit on the sidelines and watch and see what people think. I think that's kind of really crazy. But yeah, so just kind of wrap things up. I mean, I feel like you guys understand where I'm coming from. New tech, really exciting. New game from Valve, really exciting. Seeing something on Source Engine 2, finally. Like, maybe we're going to start seeing fucking Valve games now. If they're finally unveiling a game, this is probably the beginning. So that's exciting as well. New tech with fucking Knuckles controllers, very fucking cool. Getting a Half-Life game with the gravity gun, even though I hope they don't try and turn Half-Life into Portal, man, because like Half-Life 2 brought in some real cool gameplay mechanics, but was still a first-person shooter. Portal, I know people love Portal, I'm not talking shit about Portal, but that is like a puzzle game. So hopefully they're not shifting things over to like, well, there's all these weird quirky things to use in this one. But, magnet gloves sounds interesting. I'd like to continue the story, or at least get more story from Half-Life. And I'd like to fucking go back to that world and play stuff. Play a game that has to do with Half-Life. I mean, that sounds exciting, but how they're going about this is really interesting. I mean, we can only speculate, but we'll know more once they do, reveal it. But it's a big gamble, but also is potentially a really big fuck you to a lot of people. And I think that's really risky. And if they don't do it right, it's just going to be an insult. And at that point, you're like, that's fucked up. So really crazy news. I can't wait to hear what they have to say about this, why they're going about this. The best thing they could do is go Half Life Alyx, a new VR game, and then reveal a new Half-Life game. Either fucking, any three fucking we can get. Episode 3, Half-Life 3, I think people would be happy with. Because then this would be, it's like fucking Diablo Immortals. You need something big to have this complement it. You can't just offer this when people have been wanting something else for so long. Because then it just comes off like, hey, because they hear us, they know people want Half-Life 3 or Episode 3. Just like Diablo, when they announced Immortal, they know what you want. They'd have to be idiots not to. But then they're like, hey, we hear you, but we got this shit for you. It's kind of insulting. You don't have to make exactly what we want, but like, at what point do we have to like start wondering, do you even have our interests in mind when you're trying to get our money? I mean, that's the fucking trade. That's the business. You make something I want to buy. I give you money. You give me what I want. It's to a certain degree. I do respect creatives and what they want to create. But, when it comes to like brands and franchises, there's only so much, room there. But anyway, I could sit here and kind of just babble about this forever. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Half-Life Alyx? What do you think about it being purely VR? What do you think about Source Engine 2 finally being revealed with a game in VR? What do you think about the Index? Have you used it? Would you recommend it to me? As a guy who already owns VR, I don't think I'm in the market to buy another headset, but could be persuaded. What do you think about these Knuckles controllers? I've been waiting for some kind of like interactive hand controller for VR. A lot of times when I'm playing, I'm just like, it'd be so cool if you could actually grab things. And I've seen, prototypes and stuff like that, but I've been, waiting for a consumer model. And what do you think about the gravity gun, gravity gloves? What do you think about this being in between Half-Life 1 and 2? Are you a big Half-Life fan? Couldn't care less? Let me know what you think about in the comments below. Alright, second bit of news. Path of Exile 2 has been announced. I believe it was announced about 4 days ago. Yep, right there. Okay. But yeah, apparently it's not a separate game. We're going to go through the details of this. I'm going to watch some of the videos they revealed for this. And I'll give you my impressions, but let's get into what exactly this is first. And just some transparency, I love Path of Exile, so this is really exciting for me. So yeah, let's jump in. Path of Exile 2 announced, but it's not a separate game. Path of Exile 2 features a new 7-act story. That's fucking cool. And overhauls many of its core systems, but all your old stuff will carry over. Already, real quick, there's this weird trend that's happening right now, and I don't know if I like it or not, because it's pretty much brand new, but you got Overwatch 2 coming out, which is a continuation of Overwatch, but it's going to be like the same game. You guys already know the details of that. And then Fortnite, if you're still playing that, they just did Chapter 2, which is essentially kind of like, their sequel or a continuation. And now we're getting Path of Exile 2, which from what I understand is going to do something similar. Which is really kind of weird, and I got to see it in practice. But one thing already, I've barely gotten into this, is them saying all your old stuff will carry over. I love that. So if that is like, if we can get something that feels like an actual sequel and still be able to carry our shit over, we've been paying for years in microtransactions, be able to carry that over into Path of Exile 2, that's a definitely, that's a positive. With this whole new system of just kind of continuing into a sequel that I never really thought about. So I really probably shouldn't even be thinking about it because, a lot of people are really greedy. So why would they give you that? Anyway, let's continue on. Path of Exile 2 was announced today at ExileCon. Not today. The big show that's taking place at this very moment in Auckland. I apologize if I say that incorrect. New Zealand. Despite the title, it's not actually a separate new game, but rather an expansion that also completely overhauls the base game in the process. Path of Exile 2 will add a new 7-act story, which is a huge chunk of content that takes place 20 years after the end of the current game. Full transparency, I've not beaten what is out in Path of Exile right now. I forgot what level I am, but I've played it quite a bit. I haven't gotten to the end content. So when this comes out, or soon, I'm gonna have to start working towards that. This takes place 20 years after the end of the current content. It will overhaul many of the game's core systems and rework the mechanics of each of the game's 7 character classes. It's also getting a major visual rework. That's very cool to hear, with physics-based rendering. Also very cool to hear. For example, I should probably just give you my impressions after. For example, arrows will bounce off of some surfaces and stick into others depending on what they're made of. That's very interesting. Path of Exile 2 characters will use the same class archetypes as those of the original game, but you'll have to create a new one in order to play the new story. Path of Exile 2, how the fuck's that work? Are they going to reset all your shit? I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Would there be a new skill tree? Path of Exile 2 characters can select from 19 new Ascendancy classes that differ from the old ones, which will still be available in the original Path of Exile campaign. Fortunately, all your cosmetics will carry over as it all exists within a single ecosystem. Very cool. I'm very happy with that. Path of Exile 2 is still a long way off. Grinding Gear Games said, yeah, it's fucking crazy. I didn't... Like, that's just out of nowhere. Unless people knew about it. I didn't hear about it. Grinding Gear Games said it won't likely even begin beta testing until very late in 2020. For the more immediate future, Path of Exile expansions will continue to release on their regular 3-month schedule, with content that will be available in both Path of Exile 1 and 2 campaigns. That is wild, dude. They must be making some pretty decent money on that shit if they're able to do that. Our man Steven is on the scene. I don't give a fuck about your man Steven. That's not news. Okay, so this is fucking huge for me. You're getting a 7-act fucking storyline 20 years after the story of this one. Class archetypes are... What is it? You have to... All those original, but you'll have to create a new one. Yeah, so you gotta start over again, but then fucking 19 new Ascendancy classes. The physics thing's really interesting to me. I need to see that in practice on how that works. But this is awesome. This is fucking really cool to hear. I love that this is still pretty far out, even though it's not that far out. If you're going to be beta testing at the end of 2020, that's not that far away. Imagine anyone announces any sequel and they're like, oh, yeah, it's coming out. There's going to be a beta for it next year. That's not that far off. But while they're doing that, though, they're going to be releasing content for Path of Exile 1, maintaining what they already do. I mean, that's fucking huge. That's crazy to hear. I'm glad to hear that Grinding Gear Games is doing so well that they can even do that. So yeah, we're going to watch these videos and then I'll talk about it a little bit more. But already I'm like super fucking sold. Dude, I hate all these fucking websites. Okay, the first video we're going to watch real quick is Path of Exile 2 official trailer. Let's jump into it.
The gods are dead.
It's got a new engine, which is fucking cool.
Men will always seek to take their place.
I never really looked at the original one, like, it needed to look great, but I just kind of like the way it looked.
Let your souls feed the first one.
Oh shit.
And your bodies feed the land.
The only result is pain and death.
That's that reset, baby. Start over. That's pretty cool. That does look better, although maybe I'm just used to playing on... Oh, I played on PC and PS4. I want to play Path of Exile now, goddamn it.
Only 20 years since Kitava fell. and already corruption spreads like a plague through these shattered lands. Wretched malevolence lurks in the shadows. It is our calling to put it to an end. It must be done if Rayclast is to survive.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Dude, this is exciting. We got fucking, well, I gotta wait and see what Blizzard does, but Diablo 4, fucking, we got a Torchlight coming out next year. By the way, that got delayed. I was gonna talk about that, but there's bigger things to talk about. And then this. Getting on a boat. That is fucking dope. They actually did a lot more with that trailer than I thought they were gonna do. I liked the whole beginning cinematic of everyone getting fucking hung. The gameplay looks like Path of Exile. It does look better graphically. A lot shinier. I like the new locations they're showing off. A lot of the enemies also look really interesting, but Path of Exile's been really good about every new act having cool locations and like brand new enemies, so that's to be expected. It does seem a little more ambitious than what they're doing. It does kind of also look like what they've been doing, but I'm 100% okay with that. I just want more content, so very cool. And then I got a 14-minute video, which is a gameplay preview. We're gonna watch that, react to that, and then wrap this bitch up because I gotta fucking work, baby. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
So today we're going to do a short demo of some of the content we have in this build of Path of Exile 2. We're starting here at about level 11, which is around halfway through Act 1. Right away as Jonathan plays with the graveyard, you're going to notice the massive improvements we've made to the Path of Exile.
I think the last thing we didn't talk about too that I read somewhere else is their shape-shifting in the game.
All use physically based rendering, which gives the whole game a realistic look. We have new main character class models with all new animations and completely new item base types. Most of these are physics for many of the little details, which makes them a lot more awesome.
This looks dope.
We put a lot of work into updating the skill effects throughout Path of Exile. For example, when you fire a split arrow, you really feel the individual arrows because some stick in the wall.
Yeah, they fucking hit the wall and something bounced off and that one fucking like kind of wiggled when it hit. That looked really good actually.
The 4.0 campaign contains a variety of optional side quests that lead to meaningful boss encounters along the way. Very soon we're going to encounter Lachlan, an NPC who has lost his family.
I'm an NPC and I lost my family. Can't help. Blue Rat Boiv. Gotta give him, you gotta fucking pick him up.
Family, where are they?
You gotta choose fucking yay or nay.
A few minutes, but it has been, I don't even know how long. Hours at least. Days, weeks. What season is it? Stranger, I know
This guy's me every day when I wake up.
Around here,
What season is it?
into a sinkhole or being choked by grave dust. Please, could you see to their safety?
Alright, Steam.
The game has
item
changed a lot
is
more
on
than just
sale
visually.
on your wish list.
One of the things we've wanted to do for a really long time is to make fundamental changes to Path of Exile's skill system. The skill system in PoE is really cool and versatile. Personally, it's my favorite thing about the game, but there have always been some awkward things about it. We really wanted to find a way to address all of the shortcomings
Ooh, the lighting's
while not
good.
sacrificing even a single bit of the functionality that we already have. When you see the inventory here, you will notice something missing: all of the sockets on the items. This is because in Path of Exile 2, you no longer put gems into your items. Instead, the skill gems themselves have sockets, as you can see here, and there is a dedicated screen for socketing them. Jonathan's going to change his split arrow skill for Ice Shot and will add some support gems to it. There are some really big advantages here. For one, every single item in Path of Exile 2 can be a 6-link. This is going to cause huge changes in how players design character builds. In the past, players didn't ever want to have more than one primary attack skill because they could only have 1 or 2 six-links on a character at most.
Yeah.
Now, it's totally viable to have multiple powerful primary attacks. The thing I'm really happy about though, is you don't have to screw around with your gems all the time when you're changing items. Check out this bow here. The socket colors you get still come from your items, but now every single bow that drops will have exactly 4 green sockets. This means that we can swap this bow for this other one we have found, and we don't have to mess around with our gems. As we swap between the bows, we can see at a glance all the DPS values for our skills updating. It's still possible to fine-tune socket colors on items when you need to, but because everything that drops has fixed sockets, it's way easier to just pick something up and put it on while leveling. For new players, another really
No,
great
it's so
advantage
nice,
is
because
it's now
fucking I was
possible to
constantly
socket
having to
support
redo
gem
shit every
into
time I got a
skill
new
gem that it
fucking
doesn't work
weapon.
with. For example, this multiple projectiles gem can't be socketed into Leap Slam, but you can see with all the highlighted sockets that it will work with the other bow skills. Some of you will be wondering about skills like auras. A lot of the time in the old skill system, you'd throw a few gems together in a 4-link with few or no support gems. How can you do that when you have a limited number of active skill slots? The answer is meta gems. Meta gems are like super support gems that let you put multiple actives into them. For example, we want to run a few different auras on this character. We can put this proficiency gem into the character and load it up with auras. It even lets you bind a single key to enable all of the auras at once. Trigger gems like Cast on Crit are also meta gems. So this means you can put an entire Cast on Crit setup into one gem as one of your 8 6-links.
Oh, this is fucking dope. Holy shit, I want this right now. God, at first I was like, why are you fucking with the gem system? But no, I like that a lot. It's just streamlined. It just
One of the
seems
things
better.
we really
You're gonna
want to
spend less
improve
time
in Path of Exile 2
fucking
was
changing
our
that shit
lightness.
out.
The new PBR rendering, in addition to a much more realistic light fall-off, makes this area look significantly more awesome than what we could possibly achieve in the past.
Yeah, it looks like like the lighting adds an atmosphere to it that looks really good. It looks like Diablo to me. Diablo 2, only with like way better graphics. Path of Exile already kind of had that look, but this definitely has a really like dark, brooding look to it, which I really like. I love me some turrets. God, I play with that just on. I guess they're trying to show the game though, so. Look at our new map. They should update that a bit. It's kind of shitty looking. I mean, it works. I use it all the time, but I have it on and fuck, it's like at like 10 or 20% or whatever opacity. So fucking opacity? How the fuck do you say that? Transparency. But baby needs to know where the fuck he's going. Although you put it to the side on PC, which is nice because I have an ultra wide, so. I think you can do it on PS4 too. I don't know. I'm just fucking talking at this point. I like how the preview guy just fucking left.
Please make them stop. They're whispering. They're screaming. No, don't give in. You're not dead. You're still moving. You're still here.
Oh shit. There's some shape shifting. That looks fucking cool.
One of the things that's really exciting about creating an entirely new campaign is that we get to apply all of our boss creation skills to early bosses as well. The first few acts of Path of Exile 1 have bosses that are some of the earliest content we ever made, and their age is really showing.
There's a
This
huge
fight here
difference
is the same
in the
level
beginning
as the Fairgrounds
campaign,
fight in
or
the original
the
campaign,
beginning acts,
but it's a lot more advanced.
and later ones. It's one of the worst things when I was playing on PC when the game came out. I've revisited it a million times. Then I started playing on PS4 and fucking doing the beginning again. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm so sick of fighting Merveil. Merveils, I don't know how they pronounce it in that. How do they spell it? I don't remember. I've done it a million times, though. We're on that fucking beach. Fucking go, ghost pirates! One thing I really like about Path of Exile, though, is the boss fights. There's a lot of, like, every fight has, like, they have, like, different moves and shit. It's not just, like, a big fucking meat shield that you're just hitting until it dies. I mean, like, it kind of feels like that, but especially later in the acts on the first campaign, there's, like, stuff you gotta think about. Whereas a lot of games like this, you just fucking nuke them. That's kind of the pace of Path of Exile that I love. It's all slower. It's more methodical. Although I'm sure you could make a build where you're just a fucking lawnmower, but that's every game, so. Yeah.
So, here we are in the hunting grounds. Now, we're going to show you something that players have been requesting for a really long time. In Path of Exile 2, we finally have shapeshifting.
People have been requesting that?
Each shapeshift form can use any regular Path of Exile attack that makes sense. Here on the werewolf, we're using Leap, Slam, and Cleave.
Is that a class-based thing or what? What the fuck?
One of the other things we thought that was really important with shapeshifting is that you could just change back and forth at any time. Walking around in the middle of a skill, whenever, just hit the button and go.
It looks cool. I like the transition. And the werewolf has fucking beautiful flowing locks. Let me know in the comments if you know, unless they explain in this video. Is shapeshifting just a thing everyone does? Or is it a skill that you get, like a gem? Everybody requested that? I mean, it's cool.
One of the things you can see in this area is the new grass tech that we have. It's done using pre-computed ray tracing. It's both way nicer looking and is better
ray
performance than what we
tracing
used to have before.
That does look good. I thought it was just like painted. It's fucking 3D. That's fucking cool. I like that. That's the thing, man. Like all the things they've done with the graphics seems subtle, but it's actually, if you look at it, pretty big difference. That what? The crowbell? The crowbell. He is fucking minging looking. Let's go, dude. Fucking kill him. Oh, it's literally almost over. Oh shit, what the fuck? I'm just gonna take this over here now. I don't want to fight no more. Diss my bell. Damn. He's fucking had a little fucking little walk over here to fight you. I'd prefer if we fought over here, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll follow you. Just show me where. Yeah, just follow the bell. Listen for the bell. Ooh, that was a little tricky move. He's gonna run into a wall and get stunned like you would expect. That's some fucking Dark Souls trickery.
And that there is a small slice of Path of Exile 2.
Wrecked. That was abrupt. Yeah, I mean, fuck, that is awesome. I'm super excited for that. There's so much shit that they showed off. The new graphics look great. I like that they're using ray tracing. I you know, that's the future. A lot of people need to start getting excited for that because it's a really cool technology. I've been checking out in games on my PC, and it's fucking awesome to see that in a game like this. It's really cool. What I saw looked really good. The shape shifting looked really fucking cool. Not a feature that I ever thought about, but apparently a lot of people were one step ahead of me and we got it, so I'm not complaining. I really like, one thing they said is you can transform during any skill, which is nice because that will make it seem more or feel more streamlined. So some games are a little more stiff in the way they play. You have to wait, or there's like an animation you're executing to be able to do something. You got to wait for it to finish out, and sometimes you get fucked over. And if the game calls for it, it calls for it. But in a game like this, when you're just spamming moves and doing shit, being able to hit that button and change over is really cool. Really appreciated. And the visual of it, the way it looked really good. I can't avoid a fucking... This is amazing. Look at this. Sorry, this is off topic. If I'm up here, ads. When I scroll down to get out of that video, ads. When I scroll down to get out of those, ads. Fucking ridiculous. I hate these websites. I know they gotta make money, but you just create value. Don't be fucking a piece of shit. Yeah, anyway, fucking new acts, new fucking campaign, evolving the classes essentially. The new gem system I actually really fucking like a lot. I was kind of worried about that, but they know what they're doing. It essentially sounds like they're trying to streamline it so you're spending less time in your inventory rearranging shit every time you get something new and exciting. That should be awesome when you get something new. Like, oh fuck, awesome, equip it and you're fucking ready and good to go. But in Path of Exile, because it's such a complex system that scares a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, it's not that bad. Every time you get something new, though, you'd have to like start switching shit up and spending fucking certain things to change up the colors and the alignment and stuff. And this sounds like it's just kind of like remedying that, making it so you can just go in and keep going. And it doesn't seem like it's streamlining it too much to the point where it's like you're not thinking anymore, because that can happen. Diablo 3 felt a little too streamlined sometimes, even though I do love Diablo 3 and what they did with it. But overall, this is really fucking exciting. I can't wait to play this. I kind of want to fucking hop back into Path of Exile now and start catching up, so I'm ready for when this comes out, but it seems like I have at least a year, so not too bad. But they got the campaign, or not campaigns, fucking they got, new content coming out every 3 months too, so I should just hop back in. This is a game I do always get, like Warframe, I always come back and play it. Every once in a while when there's a bunch of new content, even though this game is very daunting to hop back into because every fucking new big update adds some kind of new gameplay mechanic and system, so it gets really I'm like, oh fuck, now I gotta figure out what this is, but that's part of the fun. But yeah, I could sit here and talk all day. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Path of Exile 2? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? What's your favorite feature of this? What features are you excited for? Is there anything about it that you're kind of worried about? You know, maybe you're excited, but you're like, I don't like what they're doing with the gem system. We think about them just kind of continuing over to Path of Exile 2. All your stuff carrying over. I don't think I'm going to hear anyone complain about that. And yeah, general thoughts in general about Path of Exile 2, Half Life Alyx, and everything else that we talked about. But that's going to do it for this episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty the Gang. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook at Tasty Gaming. Check out my streams. Links down below. I'm on Mixer, Twitch, and here on YouTube. If you want to watch me stream, I triple stream when I stream, so you just pick your poison. We got a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all time. It's also the best place to recommend news stories like we talked about today. And yeah, we're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. If you prefer to listen to us, I think I said that. Did I not say that? I don't remember. My name's Seth. Until the next episode, probably going to do some episodes this week because there's a lot of shit happening. I want to talk about the Game Awards and what they got nominees for. We do that every year. 3 of my favorite games this year are up for Game of the Year. So that's rough. But that'll be fun to talk about. Also, whenever they reveal, Thursday, I guess, Half Life Alyx, I want to talk about that as well. And a bunch of other shit. That Xbox event happened. I need to fucking talk about that. Like, holy fuck. There's a lot of shit dropping right now. So stay tuned. There'll be more content coming out soon. And yeah, my name's Seth. Till the next episode, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.